Hey, welcome. If you're watching this, you're probably thinking about getting your AWS Solutions Architect Associate certification. And honestly, great choice. This is one of the most recognized cloud certifications out there, and it opens a ton of doors. But before we dive into any actual AWS services, I want to spend this first video just making sure we're all on the same page about what this exam actually looks like. Because knowing the structure of the exam before you study, that's a huge advantage. You'll know where to spend your time, what to focus on, and you won't waste hours studying things that barely show up. So, let's get into it. So what does this exam actually look like? You're going to get 65 questions total. You'll have about 130 minutes to complete it. That's a little over 2 minutes per question, which is totally manageable once you know the content. Now here's something that trips people up. Not all 65 questions count toward your score. 50 of those questions are scored. Those are the ones that matter. The other 15 are what AWS calls unscored questions. They're testing those questions out for future exams. The catch? You have no idea which is which. So treat every single question like it counts, because you genuinely can't tell. There are 2 question types you'll see. Multiple choice, 1 right answer, 3 wrong ones. And then multiple response, where you need to pick 2 or more correct answers from a list of 5 or more options. The multiple response ones are where a lot of people lose points, so we'll practice those throughout the course. One more thing, there's no penalty for guessing, so if you're stuck, always put something down. All right, how does scoring work? Your results come back as a scaled score between 100 and 1000. The minimum passing score is 720. That scaling system exists because AWS uses slightly different versions of the exam. The scaling makes sure a 720 means the same thing, regardless of which version you got. Now, here's the part I really want you to hear. The exam uses what's called a compensatory scoring model. That means you don't have to pass each domain individually. Your total score is what counts. So if you absolutely crush domain 1 and domain 2, a weaker performance in one of the other domains can still add up to a passing total. Keep that in mind when you're prioritizing your study time. Okay, so here's the big one, the 4 domains and how much they're worth. The exam is split into 4 content domains. These are the 4 pillars of what an AWS Solutions Architect actually does, and each one has a different weight on the exam. This is the biggest domain on the exam, almost a third of your total score. We're talking about IAM, identity management, VPC security, encryption, compliance. If you only have limited study time, this is where you spend it first. This covers things like high availability, fault tolerance, disaster recovery, and how to build architectures that don't fall over when something goes wrong. This is a huge part of what architects are actually hired to do. This is about picking the right services and configurations to make your architecture fast, efficient, and scalable. Compute, storage, databases, networking, we get into all of it. And last but definitely not least, cost optimization. AWS gives you 1,000 ways to build something. This domain is about knowing which way is cheapest for the scenario you're given. So to summarize, security is the heaviest at 30%, then resilience at 26%, performance at 24%, and cost at 20%. Together they add up to 100%. These aren't separate exams. It all comes out to one score. Now there's one framework that underpins this entire exam, the AWS Well-Architected Framework. At its core, it's AWS's best practice guide for building cloud solutions. It has 5 pillars: operational excellence, security, reliability, performance efficiency, and cost optimization. Sound familiar? Those last 4 basically map directly to the 4 exam domains. So when you're studying, keep those pillars in the back of your mind. They're the lens through which AWS wants you to think about every architecture decision. We'll come back to this framework over and over throughout the course. All right, before you go, let's hit 3 quick exam-style questions. Try to answer before I reveal it. The SAA-C03 exam contains 65 questions. How many are scored? The answer is 50 scored, 15 unscored. Next, what is the minimum passing score for the SAA-C03? 720 out of 1,000. Next, which SAA-C03 domain has the highest exam weight? Domain 1, Design Secure Architectures at 30%. How'd you do? If you got all three, you're already paying attention. That's the right mindset for this exam. If you found this helpful, hit that like button. It genuinely helps more people find this series. Subscribe so you don't miss the next video, and I'll see you there.